Do you also feel that your low academics might ruin your chances of getting into a good B school? Maybe your 10th, 12th or graduation marks are not great and you keep hearing that top B schools only look at toppers. But let me tell you something, this is not the end of your MBA journey. There are many colleges in India where what matters the most is your CAT percentile and your interview performance, not your past scores. And in today's video, I am going to share a list of such colleges that you can confidently target even if your academic record is on the lower side. Before I share the college list, let's understand why this question even arises. Many top IIMs give heavy weightage to your 10th, 12th and graduation marks. So naturally, if you have 70s or below in your academics, your profile score gets impacted. But here is the good news. Not all colleges follow this rule. Some put very little or even zero weightage on past academics. Instead, they focus on your CAT, XAT, NMAT or SNAP score, your work experience and your interview performance. That's why you should be smart enough and target such institutes strategically. In today's video, we will be discussing about 12 such B schools. The first college that we have on the list is FMS Delhi, having an average CTC of 34.1 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, bachelor's degree with at least 50% of marks for the unreserved category and 45% of the marks for the reserved categories. Now, candidates in their final year of your graduation are also eligible to apply. Today, for all the colleges that I would be discussing, if you are in your final year of your graduation, you are eligible to apply. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, 95% of the weightage is given to your CAT score and 5% to the gender diversity, which means if you are a female candidate, you will be getting 5 points to attend the interview. Now coming to the final selection criteria, 50% of the weightage is given to your CAT score, 10% to your class 10th marks, 10% to your class 12th marks, 10% to your discussion on SOP, 5% to your extempore and 15% to your personal interview. Now in class 10th and 12th, if you have 65% and above but less than 75%, it will fetch you 5 points, and if you have 75% and above, it will fetch you 10 points. Did you notice that FMS doesn't give any weightage to your past academics while shortlisting for the interview and very less weightage during the final selection criteria? Now, if you are planning to apply for this college, I would recommend you to check out this video where I have explained the entire selection process of FMS in detail, where you will get to know that FMS doesn't give any weightage to your graduation score nor your work experience while shortlisting for the interview, not during the final selection process. The second college we have on the list is XLRI, having an average CTC of 31.08 LPA. Coming to its eligibility criteria, bachelor's degree in any discipline from a recognized university with a minimum of 50% of marks for the unreserved categories and 45% of the marks for the reserved category. For XLRI, you have to appear for XAT. It doesn't accept CAT scores. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, XLRI has never released the exact weightage that it gives to different factors, but based on the past records, it's very much clear that XLRI gives very high weightage to the XAT score while shortlisting for the interview. XLRI releases different sectional and overall cutoffs for their BM, that is the Business Management, and HRM, that is the Human Resource Management program, after the release of XAT score. And based on that, candidates get shortlisted for the PI and WAT round. Now, coming to the final selection criteria, the final selection is based on the combination of your XAT score, your performance in GDPI, your academic background and work experience, where again your XAT score has the maximum weightage. The third college we have on the list is SPJIMR, having an average package of 32 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, you need to have a bachelor's degree with at least 50% of marks or equivalent CGPA in any discipline from a recognized university. Both CAT and GMAT entrance scores are accepted, and both fresh graduates and candidates with maximum 5 years of work experience can apply for this program. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, here shortlisting happens via two pathways. First is the profile-based call, where candidates with a strong profile may be shortlisted even before submitting scores, and the second one is the profile cum score-based call, which is a standard route combining both the elements, and this one should be your target. Now, shortlisted candidates are called for 2 rounds of interviews, and the final admission offers are made based on a composite of multiple factors, which includes your CAT score, your academic record, your work experience, versatility and your interview performance. Now, SPJIMR does not publish the exact weightages, but students having low academic profile have made it to SPJIMR, targeting high CAT percentile and good years of work experience. The fourth college we have is IIFT, which is the Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, having an average package of 27.3 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, candidates must have a bachelor's degree with at least 50% of the marks for the unreserved categories and 45% of the marks for the reserved categories. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, IFT gives 98% of the weightage to your CAT score and 2% to gender diversity, which means if you are a female candidate, you will be getting 2 marks while getting shortlisted for the interview. Now IFT from last year has stopped giving any weightage to your 10th, 12th or your graduation marks. Now coming to the final selection criteria, 48% of the weightage is given to your CAT score, 43% to GDPI, 3% to gender diversity, 3% to academic diversity and 3% to your work experience. So all you just need is a good CAT score and a good GDPI to get into this B school. The fifth college we have on the list is MDI Gurgaon, having an average package of 25.6 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, applicants must have a bachelor's degree of minimum 3 years with at least 50% of the marks or equivalent CGPA in any discipline from any recognized university. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, MDI gives very less weightage to your past academics, like 70% to your CAT score, 5% to your class 10th marks, 5% to your class 12th marks, 5% to your graduation marks, 2.5% to academic diversity, 2.5% to gender diversity and 10% to work experience. Now coming to the final selection criteria, MDI has recently changed its final selection criteria by removing the 5% of the total weightage that was earlier given to class 10th and 12th marks to allotting it to something called as behavioral assessment test. Now coming to the final shortlisting criteria, 35% of the weightage is given to your CAT score, 5% to VAT, 10% to GD, 5% to behavioral assessment test, 20% to your personal interview, 5% to your graduation marks, 2.5% to academic diversity, 2.5% to gender diversity, 2.5% to regional diversity, 2.5% to sports and 10% to your work experience. The sixth college we have on our list is IIT Bombay, having an average package of 25.82 LPA. Coming to its eligibility criteria, applicants need to have a bachelor's degree with at least 60% marks for the unreserved category and 55% marks for the reserved category from a recognized university. Now you must be surprised that how can you target IIT Bombay with low academics? But here is the truth. IIT Bombay gives no weightage to your 10th marks and low weightage to your 12th and undergraduation marks. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, 75% of the weightage is given to your CAT score, 5% to your class 12th marks, 10% to your undergraduation marks, 5% to the postgraduates and professionals and 5% to your work experience. Now women applicants are shortlisted to improve gender diversity without giving any additional weightage. Coming to the final selection criteria, your composite score will have 42.5% weightage of your CAT score, 42.5% weightage of your personal interview, 5% weightage of your undergraduation marks, 5% weightage of your work experience, 3% weightage of your extracurricular activities and 2% weightage if you are a postgraduate. The seventh college we have on our list is DMS, that is Department of Management Studies, IIT Delhi, having an average package of 23.4 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, applicants need to have a bachelor's degree with at least 60% marks or 6 CGPA for the unreserved category and 55% marks or 5.5 CGPA for the reserved categories. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, 65% of the weightage is given to your CAT score, 5% to your bachelor degree marks, 5% to your 12th marks, 6% to your 10th marks, 7% to your work experience, 6% to gender diversity, and if you are a graduate from an institute of national importance, you will get an additional 6 marks. Now coming to the final selection criteria, 40% of the weightage is given to the interview and extracurricular activities, 40% to your CAT score, 3% to your bachelor degree marks, 3% to your 12th marks, 5% to your 10th marks, 6% to your work experience, and if you are a graduate from an institute of national importance, then you will get additional 3 marks in the final selection criteria. The 8th college we have on our list is JBIMS, that is the Jamna Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, having an average package of 26.1 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, candidates need to have at least 60% marks in their 10th and 12th class and a bachelor's degree with a minimum of 50% aggregate marks for the unreserved and 45% for the reserved categories. JBIMS accepts admission through MHCT, CMAT and CAT. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, it provides 100% weightage to your MHCT, CAT or CMAT score. JBIMS provides admission purely on the basis of merit with no interview process. So if you want to get into JBIMS, you have to score really well in either CAT or CMAT or MAHCT, that is at least 99.98 percentile if you want to seek admission through CMAT or CAT, and at least 99.90 percentile if you seek admission through MAHCT. The ninth college we have is SIBM, that is the Symbiosis Institute of Business Management, and talking about its best campus, that is the SIBM Pune, having an average package of 28.16 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, candidates must hold a bachelor's degree in any discipline with a minimum of 50% marks for the unreserved categories and 45% marks for the reserved categories. Coming to the shortlisting criteria, SIBM accepts admission through SNAP and not CAT. It gives 100% weightage to your SNAP score while shortlisting for the interview. In the final selection criteria, it gives 50% of the weightage to your SNAP score and 50% to GEPI. Unlike other B schools, SIBM conducts GEPI, that is the group exercise and personal interview, instead of GDPI. Next, coming to the 10th B school on our list, which also accepts only SNAP score, is SCMHRD, that is the Symbiosis Center for Management and Human Resource Development. One of the best colleges for not only HRM but also marketing, and having an average package of 24.28 LPA. Now coming to its eligibility criteria, candidates must hold a bachelor's degree in any discipline with a minimum of 50% marks for the unreserved categories and 45% marks for the reserved categories. Now coming to its shortlisting criteria, SCMHRD also gives 100% weightage to SNAP score while shortlisting for the interview. In the final selection criteria, it also gives 50% weightage to SNAP score and 50% to GEPI. The 11th college we have on our list is XIMB, that is the Xavier Institute of Management, Bhubaneswar, having an average package of 18.25 LPA. Coming to its eligibility criteria, applicants need to have a bachelor's degree with at least 55% marks for the unreserved category and 50% for the reserved categories. Now XIMB accepts CAT, XAT, GMAT scores, as well as conducts its own entrance exam called as XGMT, mostly in the last week of January. Coming to its shortlisting criteria, section-wise and total cutoff marks will be decided by the institute only, and the same will be used as a base to shortlist the candidates for further process. Therefore, in the shortlisting stage, your score has the maximum weightage. Now coming to the final selection criteria, your performance in the VAT, PI, GD and your CAT or XAT or GMAT or XGMT score will be taken into consideration when making the final decision. So your academics has less to no weightage in the entire selection process, and you will see many candidates having 6 or 7 in their profile have made it to XIMB last year. Now coming to the 12th college we have on the list is TISS, that is the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, having an average package of 27.22 LPA. Now target this college if and only if you are interested in human resource management. Coming to its eligibility criteria, you just need a bachelor's degree to apply for this college. Now coming to the shortlisting criteria, 95% of the weightage is given to your CAT score and 5% to gender diversity, which means if you are a female candidate, you will get 5 marks for attending the interview. Now in the final selection criteria, 70% of the weightage is given to your CAT score, 20% to your PI score and 10% to your UG score. So now just targeting the right colleges is not enough. Here are some tips you should definitely follow if you have lower academics. First is ace the CAT, XAT, SNAP or NMAT score, as your percentile should become your biggest weapon. Second is work on your communication skills. Third is have relevant work experience, as good number of years of work experience can definitely compensate for the 6th and 7th in your profile. And at last, I would say always be confident. Don't apologize for your past. Instead, highlight how you have grown and why you are ready for an MBA now. So, to sum it up, low academics do not mean low chances. To show you that numbers are not everything, here are some real profiles of students who have cracked top B schools last year along with their CAT percentile. So you see many students with average or even low academics have made it to top colleges by scoring really high in CAT or XAT or SNAP and performing really well in the interview and using their work experience well, that somewhere or the other compensated for that 6th or 7th in their profile. I hope this list gives you clarity and boosted your confidence. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Cracku's YouTube channel and share it with your friends who might be struggling with the same fear. Comment below which college from this list is your dream B school, and I will see you in the next video.